9 years. Monka wadiasem. Want me mama. And as soon him say me nipa no me kone ho weekend inti when humi ame wo ho. First no be kwa washing our tete. Afraid the omo ba mu kita suitcase. Ofa ganya na me en splinter see. My enjoy ten splinters. Why enjoy 10 splinters? Ganya na me en splinters. Really?
Honorable Atofos. Yeah. Only for part of Adauruma. And some said to be a say, Wadauruma, e-levy, betting tax. And the taxes in the Ghana for a sworn on a drink, say, and I did more. They are appointed as a finance minister. Budget a decay or neighbor parliament. Sadly, the decay. Abani Betchen. Abani Betchen. My bed. And yet I didn't part of that. And yet our bed. Come on, give me something to be crying. Minamajumanamenko. So I did my bed. And yet our bed. Why not have a sober bed in him? Abraham cow. No, you must get it.
GFA president Kachekureku Ket Oke. Yes, Kachekureku Ket Oke. Ket Oke. Don't put your dictionary into my dictionary. When I provide it, don't remove my providing. Leave my point.
Yabani Yaba. Yama. And we are live. Welcome to 97.3 Sports Panorama. It's live. Show proudly brought to you by Betway Bet Influenza, Bank of Africa, Extra Cash, Blue Jeans Energy Drink. There's Litina Travel and Tour for you. Yeah, that'd be hard. Charlie, today, Jordan, you be hard guy. Tactical Carlos Quiroz. That'll be hard. Well, as we speak, the USA are taking on Australia. It's USA 1, Australia 0. 10 minutes already into the game. We'll be getting into all the talk from the 2026 FIFA World Cup. But sure, it's always interactive. 0539969996. 0539986996. Big shouts to our guys on YouTube. Prince Doju, Zugish, FM Loud. Hey, nah, Charlie, the guys be hard. Somebody say Ajete Van Dyke. Hey. Right, let me talk to you about something big that is happening in Boston, right, on June 22 and June 23. Yeah, so if you're in Boston and you're watching us right about now, listen to this. It's a made in Ghana expo for you. Ghana taking on England. All we are saying is that Ghanaian businesses also get a chance to take on the global market at the Made in Ghana Expo. It's happening on June 22 and June 23, 2026 at the Envision Hotel in Boston. So Litina Travel and Tours is doing this in partnership with the Ministry of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry. Is inviting manufacturers, fashion designers, food processors, beauty brands, pharmaceuticals, real estate companies, banks, construction firms, and many more to showcase their products to international buyers, distributors, and investors. So you have people from Mexico, you have people from the USA, you have people from Canada, all making their way to the Made in Ghana Expo. So take that opportunity. If you're in Boston, you need to grab them. So Boston, home of one of the strongest Ghanaian diaspora communities, will welcome fans and business leaders from across the world, making this a perfect platform to grow your brand and also expand into the US market. If you haven't reserved your booth, please do now. By doing so, you have to call us on 024-426-0789, or you can visit Litina Travels at Alisa Hotel, North Ridge in Accra. Today is June 19, it's not late, so you can reserve your booth. You will enjoy. Made in Ghana Expo FIFA World Cup 2026 Boston, proudly powered by the Ministry of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry. But in getting to Boston, you need cash. And extra cash is there for you. But you know how life goes sometimes, right? Unexpected wildlife fees show up, like school fees, rent, broken fridge, everything fee come at you once. D Bernard tell me say in TV Sport. I say, oh Bernard, no worry, extra cash there for you. Bernard, sorted, right? Oh, smooth. That's the loud. Yeah, we say, yeah, man.
Imagine what I say.
So that's the extra cash from Forms Capital Day here for you. It gives you extra money right inside your Momo wallet. You can repay any day or up to 30 days. The best part is, listen, the interest is charged on how long it takes to repay. And when you keep paying on time, the limit will grow over time. So no need to stress. Just dial *170 hash. Select 5, 3, and 5. Listen again. Select 5, 3, and 5 to activate your extra cash. Because with Forms Capital, the mantra is no wallet left behind. So go on, leave extra and extra. Leave with extra cash. Now this is what I like the most. As today be Friday, where that to make hilarious in Kochi's West Kochi. Is it the weather me good?
Hilarious weather.
So you know what people they need right now? It be blue jeans.
Oh, Charlie.
Yeah, blue jeans.
One of my former colleague at Christian High.
Yeah, man.
Coach Charles.
Yeah,
it is the one.
It drink man.
Charlie. Yeah. My party rough.
Okay.
This weather is his favorite weather. Coach Charles of Ghana Christian International High School.
That'd be
Coach
hard.
Charles, he's listening to the program.
Oh, that'd be
he's
hard.
actually watching the show also on YouTube.
That'd be hard.
He and the guys, they've assembled themselves.
At
Christian, Coach Charles. Charlie, shout out to you guys.
Yeah, man. Good day. So Blue Jeans Energy
the weather
drink,
has come for you.
Your favorite energy drink has been on the Ghanaian market for over 20 years. Blue Jeans contains many vitamins and nutrients like vitamin B2, B3, B6, B12, as well as taurine and guarana, which are known to boost your strength and energy, as well as promote high performance and endurance. Blue Jeans Energy Drink is bold and active. Listen, it's bold and active for active men and women. Yeah, man. For bulk purchase, call us on 0208-128-190 or 0550-010-000. Blue Jeans Energy Drink Beetle. Right, let's talk to you about this. Bank of Africa is saying that you can activate your dormant account. And from now until the end of October 2026, Bank of Africa is offering short-term loans. Short-term loans at a very slim rate to salaried workers. We understand you have urgent needs to sort out, hence the need for that quick turnaround. So whether it is school fees, prospectus, car maintenance, or that much deserved family vacation, Bank of Africa will sort you out quick. Visit the nearest branch or chat Fafa at www.boaghana.com to sign up. You can also WhatsApp us on 0244-338-2264 for inquiries. Sometimes all you need is a quick fix. So Bank of Africa is strong as a group, close as a partner. Finally, Betway Bet Influencer. It's time to get rewarded as the next big sports betting influencer with Betway. Place your bet, share your codes with friends, families, and followers. They place bets using your code. You earn 4% of their wager. It doesn't matter whether it's a win or loss. If they bet with your code, you earn 4% cash of their wager. This means the more people bet with your code, the more you will earn. So start betting today. Sharing and winning with Bets Influencer, exclusive to Betway only. Terms and conditions apply. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Please bet the responsible way. Betway, get way more. I'm sure, speaking of betting, right? The Black Stars' game. A lot of you who did something small on the Black Stars to win came to pass. Caleb Yurinchi. We'll be talking about that. We'll be getting into that performance at the Toronto Stadium or at the BMO field. The Black Stars beat Team Panama by 1-0. Are you confident heading into that second game against England? Get to us, 053996 and then we'll look at the African teams, 10 African teams in general. Are you impressed with how they fared so far, and what teams are you tipping to progress out to the group stage? I'm Gabi Affair here with Jude Duncan, Bernard Abeku-Watry, Yahweh Jeminta, and then the Rabbi, the Potions Master, Numo, Coach Christopher Nimo.
Charlie, when you play, Charlie, the shiny there, it be above all shiny. Shiny brother, one brother.
Make I tell you something. So this morning I wake up, right?
Now good day.
I on my TV. I on where I see Yao Eje Minta.
Now good day.
He they look fresh. I say, that be hard.
Charlie, clean the smoothness level. You put that thing on my hand. And you look at my hand. And I'm doing something. Edwin, what are you doing? Edwin, damn, man. Look, the smoothness level. There's no rough edges. Let me tell you.
I'm so proud of y'all. Like,
but I've never seen it this smooth.
I meet some Baba. This weekend I meet one guy for Stamp Big
But Charlie, like this one, like Madam for the way, like for just taking hand the rubber. In this serious weather.
See, so what is it? I can see my future on y'all's head.
Clean.
Charlie, my guys, welcome to the show. Charlie, Friday is here.
Yeah, Charlie, how you go do them?
Yeah, man.
Of course. We are here.
Coach,
we are here.
You need to usher us into the spiritual realm.
Now,
you for pray for Jordan, Carlos Quiroz.
Oh, Charlie,
get up here and treat.
Yehovah Zebat me and Zebat. When I saw a name, so a number, so a belly, I told my Jay. Bye. When I saw the motion, she did not do Jordan. Jordan. No check a game plan. Jordan. Are you the captain of the Black Stars?
Jordan, bro.
Jordan, me am here. She ain't for my shalabag, but what now? No go. Jordan, what now? No go. I want to go. Against England, Jordan, come back to you. What Zeba de Chao we wale. She have only le trouble. No trouble.
My coach, Monko.
Jordan, you are job onu. Jordan, what Solembo? What Solembo? Do much to buy. Do much to buy. What your captain? What do much to buy? Ball toilet simple. Toilet simple. Jordan, Zeba can work a Jordan. Ball toilet simple. Give and go. Give and go. Give and go. Take, receive, go forward.
Oh, Charlie.
Give, take, go forward. Go forward. Give and go. Receive, go forward. Give and go. Go for it. Forward ever. Oh, Jordan. Forward ever. Block him all. Block him all. Block him all. Block him all. Backward never. Jordan. Jordan. You are job. Carlos Quiroz won't top fight. Jordan ball like any try. Why you play a bench? England can trouble. The
3 Lions.
What can we try?
Running and tracking free.
You are Jomo Jordan, Jomo Carlos Quiroz. Oh, Bano walk Jordan. Jordan, Bado Kenya. Oh, Jordan. Are you, Bado Kenya. Oh, Zebra. On Wednesday, the controller is back. Oh, man, the controller come on. Check controller. The controller check Thomas Bate. No one wale. No one want Pate wale. What Pate wale? What Pate wale? No one Zebra. What Pate wale? What Pate wale? We soak him in the blood. Ghana controller bado ba tabol on give receive san fence and neighbor you want say baba no Jacob for
yaman
ni ko Jacob for say oba face na mo di declare na mo di Elliot Anderson na mo di Jude Bellingham. Thank you. Me wanna Real Madrid Arsenal.
Thank you.
Controller wale.
We saw their legs in concrete.
In concrete. What can
We saw their legs in
see the mistake ahead.
Move forward.
Receive. Ebe. Kelem Yirenchi. Samson. Yo wa jomole.
Namely the seer. See the hair.
Asante Thomas.
Yaman.
Semenyo.
Fatao
Shara. Yo wa wame wale.
Yes.
Yo wa wame wale.
Just let him make serious. Let him be serious.
Ya charger.
Bye.
Ya hita. Samia. England for tell what you want Samia. Zeba, money matter. You matter. Wonder washing. Yeah, yes, bam. No more anlala.
Let the music begin.
You pass the song.
Continue doing rendition.
We are ready.
Charlie, you know, you do your rendition for the song.
That's the Grace Ashi remix.
You know, but it be hard. Guys, let's get into it. Let me start off. Jude, how are you?
Charlie, I'm a day, bro. A day like
but your movement.
Make you know on code and
coach the watch me.
Make you know today a day outside.
But this guy,
he's extremely diabolical. Your movement is very slippery. You let's do the show.
I'm from the Supreme Court.
Okay.
In fact, I go the Circuit Court.
Oh, okay.
To the Ghana Immigration Service.
Yeah.
They send some people to court who were involved in human trafficking offenses.
Oh, I see.
And also prostitution.
Okay.
so they jailed them.
It's very late.
Oh, wow.
If you
Yeah,
are,
they jailed them. Some of them chopped 7 years, some chopped 6 years, some chopped, you know, and some other penalty.
What are you talking about?
I go court. That be where I'm from.
That be all.
But on my way back, where it rained, so I lock.
Let's end
the conversation.
Let's
talk sports. Yeah, but Charlie, so this is what we'll do real quick, right? So that we can all have a fair shot to share our thoughts. Jude, next game for the Black Stars against England. I'm sure you have your takeaways from what you saw against Panama. Quickly run us through that.
I mean, we sat here in the aftermath of the Wales game, and I shared with you my takeaways from the game, right? Top two of it was the fact that I thought Atizigi should start over Benjamin Asare. We saw that happen in our first game. I felt
Benjamin Asare, you smooth. Hey,
I beg you.
I didn't say I was Ben,
This guy.
So yes, one of the first takeaway was that should happen in post. My second takeaway was that if you look at the kind of football we were going to play at the World Cup, considering Carlos Queiroz hadn't spent that much time with the team, we were going to play a low block at the World Cup. It was pretty obvious to anyone who understands the team. And I made the point that to play the low block, you need fast and pacey attackers. Right, and that was exactly how we got our goal against Panama. And I also added that I don't see Jordan being that one for us in the 9th position, right? But of course, there are other arguments to say that if you see the way coaches continuously play Jordan in their team, he adds something to the team. And
those coaches,
I just want to on that note, just also add that there's a very big difference between criticism and abuse.
Yeah, we won't take abuse.
And a lot of what we've seen in the aftermath of the Panama game
more has to do
directed at certain players, particularly Jordan, is borderline abuse, and we condone that.
Yeah.
You can criticize, you can show opinion, but when you start, I mean, I saw a tweet that said
they say we won't condone.
You won't condone.
You condone. Condone. Charlie, me call a cracker.
No.
This guy is cool. Charlie, this is some much. So yes, you know, back to that point. So I think that we've seen a lot of abuse. You need to see one tweet I saw was like, what has the IU done for Ghana football?
No, won't take that.
Who was that?
No, won't take
and
that.
I found it very despicable, you know. So let's not cross that line. We can argue to say on the basis of how the team set up, maybe Jordan should come from the bench to contribute. That's someone's opinion, which I think should be the way going forward. Now we've beat Panama. It's in the backdrop right now. Congratulations to the boy. I think Irenchi was a standout performer. I expected him probably together with Ajete, one of them should have been named man of the match.
I don't know how that went to
the technical
Semenyo
persons analyzing the game felt Semenyo was the right person for it. Fair enough. But it was a team effort. It was a complete team effort from the back five to the middle of the pitch. I saw a lot of criticisms directed at Elisha also as well, but I think he did his well decent. He did his job quite decently, you know, until Sebo came in and brought fresh legs and an extra cover in the middle of the pitch. No, rigidities. No, rigid. He had a term rigidities.
I saw a tweet, right? The person said when Sebo came in, he changed the entire midfield direction of the Black Stars, and I'm like, are we watching the same game?
but I mean, Gabi, in a nutshell,
Charlie,
in the game against Panama, I think it was experience that won us the game. Experience from the technical bench, the many years of coaching from Carlos Queiroz came to bear in the game, and you could clearly see through the kind of substitutions he made. My other final takeaway is the fact that if we had gone to this World Cup with the kind of technical team we had prior to the sacking of Otto Addo, would have been packing our bags by now pretty much. So credit to the coach, credit to the playing body, and of course to the standout player for the game, in my opinion, Caleb Irenchi, who I think is fantastic. Going into the England game, certain changes would have to be made to accommodate
Which department?
the kind of threats we'll be facing against the English side. Reports are Madueke is still likely to start because Saka hasn't hit that kind of fitness levels expected of him. Look at the England bench, for example. Many quality options on the bench. I think that again, we are going to see a Ghana side set up to soak in the pressure for as much as possible and try to play the counter and try to, get some long balls, So if that is going to be the style of play again, you expect that some profile of players who impressed me in the Panama game will be brought to the scene.
Okay.
I expect Brandon Thomas Asante to start.
Ahead of who? Jordan?
Ahead of Jordan, really. And see, again, if you look at his numbers for Coventry City, mind you, both he and Jordan play the same league, and he won the league as against Jordan. Of course, it wasn't entirely down to him. The team faced some other boardroom struggles. So if you have a player who spurred on his team to win the championship, and mind you, if you look at the league difficulty index, some people feel, the analysts who look at the data say the championship is arguably the most difficult league in the world. We've heard the likes of Gary Neville talk about the prospects of Brandon Thomas Asante. So I think that with the kind of the best of energy he brings into the game sometimes, I look at the kind of profile he is for us, the kind of profile he has, and the way our team is set up. I think that he should get a nod to start up front for us, of course, together with Semenyo.
Okay.
My other issue is whether or not we can continue to rely on Nyama. When he's fit and he's on form and he's very comfortable, he's one of our standout players. There's no doubt about it whatsoever. But should he start games considering his fitness level? Mind you, he's in a very a similar situation with Saka.
Yeah.
Saka even played in the Champions League final when, of course, tensions were much higher. The stakes of the game was. So we need to manage players going into this competition. They'll get to certain points of the competition where we need all of our players very fit and well. I think that in managing that expectation and the players we have at our disposal, a player like Ernest Nuama should be managed well. I don't think he should be starting against England, for example. For some reason, I was quite impressed with Fatal Ishahaku.
Really?
Cool down. He had, when he came on, when he came on,
What did you see that impressed you?
some of the balls, his passes in the final third were decent. If you compare it to
It was fleeting.
No, if you compare it to
it was
other,
fleeting, to be honest.
No, I disagree.
Okay.
If you compare it to other kind of games he's had for the Black Stars, I reckon that he brought a certain level of direct and purposeful play in our game, where he was actually taking on defenders. In some instances, he won fouls for us in very important areas. I'm looking at his heat map. I look at the touches he has. He's entitled to.
Yes, please.
So it's okay. So I think that we should also look at Fatal and what he brings to this team.
Yeah.
Right. Maybe in place of Ernest Nuama by every means possible.
So you start Fatal
by every
ahead of
means,
Nyama against
and again, I mean, listeners should not take me out of context. By every means possible, when Carlos Queiroz looks at his core team, I'm not saying your starting 11, your core team. So that'll be about 14 or 15 players who would have a role to play in a game, and Esnyama will have his name in there. As to whether he should start the game because of the intensity of the match when it starts against England, and also because of the kind of opposition you are facing. These are fullbacks who are strong, who have pace, whether it's Jet Spence or Rhys James, who is the best right back
yeah,
world football has seen in recent times.
Yeah.
You know,
in recent times.
Oh,
please proceed.
No, do you have contrary?
I don't want to take your time. So
do you have
some of the
contrary
times
opinion?
no, proceed.
So whether it's Rhys James, who's one of the best world back right back in world football, you need wingers who have the pace, who have the heart and the legs to go at them. Other than that, you don't. And one reason I'd advocate, or I think that maybe Fatal Isaaku, if his training is going on well, might be the one, is because again he plays in a very difficult league. He did quite well for Leicester, even when they weren't doing well, and he's also strong. And maybe what we lacked in the Panama game, we didn't take a lot of shots on target. After the first half, I may be mistaken, but check it for me. We had 0 shots on target.
It's correct.
So Fatal offers an added advantage in that he can beat his man. He's strong on the ball when he wants to, and can have a go at it. As far as some shots, are
Consent, yeah.
Yeah. So, in a nutshell, I think our prospects are high. It may be just Panama, as some people have said, but it's 3 points. We wouldn't care. And going into this game, we still want them very level-headed. I've seen people complain about the kind of visits and all the things we're exposing the boys to. I have my own reservations.
Okay. Give me
Judankan
starting 11 against England. Real quick.
That'll be tough. But if Atizigi is fit, I think that it's a no-brainer. He should probably start. And see, kudos to Benjamin Asare. When he came on, he was level-headed. A lot of you know my views about him, in the squad, but I think that he was really decent for us. Made 3 important saves when he came on, and credits to him for that. But Atizigi is still the guy to start for me.
Okay.
At right back, pretty much obvious. Senaya is in there. In fact, the back line doesn't change for me pretty much. In the middle of the pitch, I expect Thomas Partey. Oh, Charlie. Oh,
The controller.
oh, the controller.
So Partey back into
the
the
controller. Oh, the controller is back. No, Partey is walking majestically
into the starting level.
Oh, bro, walking in there.
So Partey and who? What are you doing? Midfield 3 or 2?
And this is where the controversy may lie, because I'll still go with Elisha Owusu and Caleb Renchi in a midfield 3
and Partey. So who is playing the 10 or who's playing behind it?
Who's
doing the box?
It's a 4-3-3.
We are going to
do the box.
Yeah, we are going to defend a lot against England. That is what it is really. We are going to defend a lot against England. So I expect that Renchi would be the one to do a lot of the runnings from box to box, whereas Elisha and Partey try to hold things together very closely in the middle. Front 3, I think we know that Semenyo is definitely going to start, or would have to start. Brandon Thomas Asante would have to be in there as well.
So Semenyo on the left, Brandon up front,
on the right.
On the right. Oh, okay.
Yes, and maybe because of and again, I've mentioned Isahako and why I think he's a good fit for our team against England. Not necessarily as a first 11, but as a core team who would have to probably come on early. I think that we should also give a serious look into Iñaki Williams, just because
to start.
Yeah, just because of his experience. Sometimes when you go into these high-profile games, again, remember when the Black Stars were in camp, they were watching England, they were watching Arsenal play PSG. Some of these guys will see these boys and idolize them. That is the truth.
Okay.
Because they play in a better league, they play for bigger clubs and all of that. So sometimes when some of these high profile games come around, it's also about names. It's also about big name quality. So when the England team, if we set up and we have an Iñaki Williams in there as well, I think that it gives some extra impetus and pedigree to our team. So just because of the kind of name he has and what he's done in the La Liga over years, I'll probably, and because I think he has a lot more legs in him than Jordan right now, and generally, a much better center forward or striker than Jordan, I'll probably want to see him start as well, and have Ishahaku come in as early as possible to.
So that's a 4-3-3 for you.
4-3-3 for me.
Bernard, you've had your say on the key takeaways from the
I want to
the Panama game. Yes,
key takeaway too small.
Yeah. Please do that and tie real quick to who you would be starting against England.
Ghana have gotten 2 weapons in the game against England. Let me say this because I've done my key stuff. So Ghana has gotten 2 weapons against England. A tactically disciplined coach who's able to turn the game around or things around at the crucial part of the game, which I feel is the second half, because it can become your determining factor, relating it to results. And in tournament football, result is the most important. So that defensive mastermind on Ghana's touchline will be that disparity in the game between him. He's like a refreshed manager sort of, a manager who's been away slightly for some time, has gotten a lot of pedigree in this competition, and returns with a team that is supposed to be weak in the eyes of many, of course, which has been weak in terms of result.
Yeah.
In the, can I say, immediate past or something? The result, the team is churned out. That's will be the decider in the game, because the kind of changes or introduction he gives to the game at what point in time, I believe, will be the deciding factor of the game. We were right in describing this manager as a defensive machine. We saw in that game against Panama that in the first half, it's like we've not played football before. I feel it's a tactic. But for some players we know, when it comes to how they play, in Jordan Ayew, he always wants to pick the ball and turn and face backwards, slow the game, create fouls in areas that will not benefit the team. For that we know. But for the other players, I saw roles and responsibilities being churned out.
Okay.
Especially in the defensive unit. At a point, I see Atizigi comes out, screams on the defenders, and gets full control over the ball. At a point where he loses defensive organization at the back, what he does is he comes out himself. The moment he's not able to read the movement of the players properly, he comes out himself and gets his full hand around the ball.
And that's how come he got injured. That's unfortunate. But there was competition for him, so it means that we had a very good goalkeeper sitting and observing one who had that experience at that level do certain things. So when he was coming in, he had prepared himself for the big occasion. And I am sure that Gregory and Fatah Dawda in the goalkeeping department really polished these guys well, together with the defensive unit, to come sell the kind of football. You're talking about the video analyst.
The video analyst.
Yeah.
The video analyst in studying the game of Panama and helping the defensive units organize and stay well structured. I feel it's an approach, and I feel it's directly coming from the manager. How come that all of a sudden in the second half we were able to find our rhythm and play like the team we used to see in the Wales game when we had possession at a certain point in time? It tells that this coach knows how to scatter or confuse an opposition's threat or approach or style of play and give his team strength. I heard him say, we are going to suffer. We must be prepared to suffer. Unlike the other coach, when he talks about suffering means conceding about 3 goals in the first half, this coach says suffer, and suffer means the defensive unit should be sharp and stay focused. So I feel we have a masterminded coach who is able to introduce in football. They say any team, to be able to be offensively strong, you must know how to defensively organize or stay defensive. So he is able to combine the two units awesomely by introducing in the second half our attacking options that we had on the bench. All of a sudden, it looks like Ghana has gotten a strong bench from what the guys from bench came to do the last time in the game against Panama. All of a sudden, that's how it looks like. It's like we have some wild card in Brandon Thomas Asante on the bench. It's like we have some wild card in Kwesi Sibo. When he comes in, he's able to do some 1 or 2 glimpses. If he settles in the game, gets his best game and all of that. So for me, I feel that is our first weapon. Okay. Our second weapon is our midfield mastermind. To get him in the game from all the frustrations that we've gone through, I feel he would overdo in what the coach would tell him. The exploit he's shown in the Premier League with Arsenal, exploit he showed earlier on in Spain, and exploits we know him to do in crucial Ghana games. He did it in that game against Nigeria that gave Ghana that qualified to the 2022 World Cup. I feel in that game against England on that day, a lot has been said in the media space. A lot has been written about him, in relation to issues that is in court that's been attended to. But nobody in that commentary questioned how efficient and a proper footballer and in fact an experienced lad he is. So I feel our midfield is going to have that dominance for me, I know when it comes to defensive duties, because he's had limited minutes at his club side at in Spain.
Yeah,
Villarreal. It limits his defensive attributes a little, but I'll still go for a Thomas and Caleb Renchi.
So midfield 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do a 4-2-3-1.
You're sticking with the back line, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will not try to tweak the team plenty, because if we don't take care, that what it means is that I respect England's play and what they bring on board, but if you get Partey who will be stretching passes, it takes a lot of the England players out of position at a point in time, because the moment he spreads the pass, it takes a certain number away, especially when we are pressed in our own area and he gets ball and Jordan Ayew is not playing, but Brandon Thomas Asante and maybe an Inaki Williams in place of the other guy who was playing at the other wing, who was also super shambolic in a way.
Who? Semenyo? Who?
No, not Semenyo.
Nioma.
Kamadi.
Oh, Kamadi.
I feel per what Semenyo is able to do, give him freedom up front. If he feels that a certain area he's been so marked that his game is not coming, he has the option to switch up front to be the lone striker, or to shift in both left or right. So allow him that freedom, because he's gotten the strength in him as well. I feel if you allow him in that sense, and we have speedsters on the pitch, when Pato gets the ball, Coach Riley describes him as control. He scans and see a certain run, and that run alone can cause a lot of harm to this English setup. So for me, I feel starting Thomas Partey is crucial in our game against England.
Okay, so what's the front 3 going to be like?
My front 3, I love Thomas, Brandon Asante. Maybe lead the attack from what he comes from. What he comes from.
So playing centrally or on the flanks?
No, central, up front.
Okay, so you're number 9.
4-2-3-1. So number 9.
Okay.
Then behind him, I'm forced to go for Nioma because I'm adding runners to him. So maybe he can combine a bit of the performance we saw in the Wales game with the runs to help. Then put Inaki Williams and introduce Semenyo.
I see. Okay. Interesting starting 11.
While we are talking about,
but I'm coming. Excited about him. I'm coming. I want to ask him a question. Where you want to play Nioma? Are you not allowing the young man to exert himself more, because he's coming into this World Cup on the back of just 32 minutes against Panama? You could clearly tell that he wasn't.
Yeah, footballers get sharper with game time.
Okay.
And especially coming out from injury, the medical team, I believe, if you listen from what's happening in camp, have given good records, for individual players that came into camp, and per their training, they have numbers to play with. And from his first game, I can give him a 5.7-ish, 8 to give him the room to improve in terms of rating for Nioma. So for me, I believe when you put him around a lot of players who run, it's also going to help him. That if he's not running that sharper, he can just look at his right or left and give a pass. Okay, and then relax.
All right, Jude, you want to say something?
And possibly maybe a question to coach, because he's handled boys like that and dealt with teams. In as much as you are very optimistic and happy for Partey, I wonder where his head is as far as his
so coach, you answered that
mental fortitude
is from personal interaction. I want to assure the whole country
Charlie,
that the controller is ready for Wednesday.
Charlie,
I'm saying this.
You mean we should bash him?
I'm saying this with all conviction.
I see.
I'm saying that from personal interaction.
Key words.
I am sitting on Sports Panorama.
Yeah, man.
Live I'm telling the whole country that the controller is ready for Wednesday.
Charlie, because you have a soul for you.
It can come of your marketing.
But is there
Solomon no G?
Yeah.
Jufo Kehanshaw, you wani Giachelo.
Jufo
Kehanshaw.
Jufo is what?
Tuesday.
And Hanshaw.
Kehanshaw is Wednesday.
Wednesday.
The game is on Wednesday, right?
Yeah, man.
It can Jufo Kehanshaw.
It's on Tuesday. June 23 is Tuesday.
Oh, check. Is it 24 or 24?
No, it's
June 22.
It's Tuesday.
Yeah, it's Tuesday. Yeah, it's Tuesday. Yeah.
It's Tuesday.
It can any Ghana man be family kitchen. Ju Kehan Jufo.
Yeah.
Yo what's about Ahani Giachelo.
Yeah, man.
Shikeje Chelewo ni wa ye wala me. Keje Chelewo ni wa ye wala me.
Yeah. If day breaks and we have life.
Ni eba chon England bi akeshin.
Yeah.
They now me lele.
You show the people of England
Ambana no joba.
that they will see me clearly.
Yeah. Me shi ni ntane.
I won't take this
Ni
life.
Solomon ke fight pa
Yeah.
monoji.
My prayer is that
Yo wa hanle he wale.
God should give him strength.
Ni Ju
You're doing the job.
Kehan Jufo. Giachelo.
Yeah. That Tuesday or Wednesday.
But the two comments.
Yeah, man. They should break us.
Jufo bani nawo.
The shining brother.
You wa wala me.
And we have strength and life.
Thomas Partey ke Ghana bi.
Pastor says I should tell you all that.
Mo famo. E ani etui
Everybody relax.
Mo famo. E ani etui
Everybody.
Listen, you are telling the whole Abazi.
Eba doy me.
Yeah.
Eba ku doy me.
Yeah.
Eba pasashe.
That one could
Now we can atwa ball.
Kudo and Domi.
Declan Rice.
Translation.
Elliot Namo. Anderson.
Ese mu no ntwa.
Obenua din sim. I'm catching.
Charlie? But I really just hope also that there's a qualified psychologist.
Let me tell you something.
Jude. A certified. You see, Jude to a bigger problem.
No, but do you have a problem?
You see, there was a post that was made on social media.
Are you watching?
And we attributed the team's nutritionist to the analyst.
Yeah. We misprofiled the roles.
Fair enough. But again, it raises bigger problems. I expected at the start of the competition that we have a detailed explanation. And
We said it here, right?
Yeah,
Of course.
who's on the list.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like that.
Exactly.
We've not had anything.
Exactly.
So we don't even know who's
I
who.
don't know if a psychologist is with the team. And we've seen this trajectory before with Ghana football.
Principal guy is the psychologist.
Yeah, he was part of the people who was. But Jude is making a very good point. He's trying to say that we posted somebody. He was sitting with who? One of the players. He wasn't part of the old hiring. And so for the uninitiated or for the ordinary Ghanaian, it was fair that at least there's a communique tied to that, explaining who that gentleman is.
Exactly.
So that we know. So
in a broader sense, we should know
Exactly.
who the full complement of the team.
But
who is with who?
we've got
Who is going on the
psychologist.
taxpayers' funds?
Psychologist.
Fair enough. So I'm happy
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
one in the
As-
team.
as for-
And I
as
hope
for
they
that-
do a good job on
That
party.
concern me whether there's psychology or not.
Oh, Charlie.
I am talking from personal interaction.
But the science matters.
personal interaction.
Mona,
The science also.
Wait, Ali.
ka ajege meshuna.
Personal.
Jufo ka ajege meshuna.
Chito.
Mo fẹ́ mo akọ party a body language.
For personal information at all.
Mo fẹ́ mo akọ party a body language.
Body language. Yeah.
Ka jeta na lemme. Ona ka jeta na lemme na abanaba twa national ateme. Ni anye kemba feel there no. Mo fẹ́ mo akọ party a body language ni keba bote.
Ocheden.
Gabi, jeni mlakabo. Moni gbowe e chubachi. Moni e choche. The wala ani nale. You wa hani Jufo.
Because I want to ask you a question
Yes.
about Partey.
Now,
In terms of his match fitness, right? And then you can tie
Yeah.
it to your own
that's right.
analysis.
That's right.
There's been concerns about his match fitness.
That's
In
right.
fact, his own coach Marcelino Garcia
That's right.
at a point questioned or said that his legs were gone.
That's right.
When you look at that game, the friendly game we played against Wolves, he
That's
put in
right.
2 tackles,
That's right.
exposed himself.
That's right.
The first tackle attracted a yellow card. The second tackle, the referee decided that to
That's right.
let go. If it was a competitive game, he would have seen a red.
That's right.
You think he's in the best of shapes
Is
to
he?
handle the pressure that would come from
If-
the English team?
If Enesniama is in the best of shape, if Jordan is in the best of shape, if Jonas Ajete is in the best of shape.
But Jonas hasn't been injured.
And no, but he sat on the bench several times.
Okay.
Partey played
21 games. in
21
total.
games.
Yeah. The entire season.
by his very high standard. These are low figures.
Okay.
So understand where people are coming from, the concern. But I can assure them, Partey is not 4 years younger. Agreed? Partey is 4 years older than what we saw of him in Qatar. That is why if you are a technical man, if you are a coach, you should acknowledge all of these and play to the strength of the man.
I see.
Can we do without him on Tuesday? No, we cannot.
How so?
There's no midfielder in that team better than him. True or false?
True.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Facts.
Nobody's
Yeah.
better
True,
than him.
true.
So rather, if I am in charge, and I'm very certain about what I'm saying, that Carlos Queiroz and his technical team, who are in charge of the Black Stars, they will see and they will acknowledge that fact that because there's nobody better than him in the midfield, we need to surround him by players who will be doing certain things.
Okay.
You cannot expect him to go and win the balls and distribute at the same time. No. There has to be a clear balance as to what he does. What is Messi doing? I'm not saying Partey is Messi. What is Messi doing? He's part of 11v11.
Exactly.
But he's not winning balls off anybody.
Yeah.
Is he? No. But the likes of Enzo Fernandez, the likes of those other players,
Rodrigo De Paul
and Co. McAllister,
yeah.
They understand the situation.
Strength.
Yeah.
They are playing to his strength.
Messi is not really taking on anybody.
Can't you do same?
Yeah.
But can we do same for?
We can do same.
A husky.
Who is a husky?
Oh, you don't know a husky.
You see, we can do same. And the way Partey plays his football, if we do same for him, look, Jesus Christ, he impacts the game to our advantage. No two ways about that. Right? Now, these are my takeaway from the game against Panama.
Hey, Angie, take away now. Take away.
Gabby,
Yeah.
we cannot start the game the way we started it
Against
Panama.
Okay.
True.
On Tuesday, we cannot. I repeat. If we were to start the game the way we started against Panama, in the first 20 to 25 minutes, it will be game over. It will be game over. So the boys must be, you see, look at the clip, sit them down and highlight the first 30 minutes of that game. Against a better opposition, we concede 2 to 3 goals. We concede with cheeky ease. Because at that, most of our players look very lost. I've sat there, I've analyzed why would that happen? And I've told myself that if in that starting 11, you had close to 6 of the boys who were debutant, such things are bound to happen. That was why some of us were clamoring that, look, we needed to have that second or third friendly game against Carlos Queiroz so that the boys will understand the chemistry within the defensive setup of the coach. Look at the height of Jerome. Look at the physique of Jerome.
Yeah.
He was being manhandled like a kid. Go watch it again.
Manhandled like a kid.
Like a kid. Go watch it again.
Hey,
I've spoken to somebody very closer to him. And I've told the person to tell him that, look, no, Jibu, don't watch the bar. John Mensah.
No, but has he got that in his locker?
I'm saying that look at the ball that got Ati injured.
Yeah.
Go and look at that ball again. He was virtually manhandled. So he and the player all bumped into Ati.
bumping.
Oh,
I think you have to be very brave. Other goalkeeper seeing the clutch would have just shielded away. It didn't happen once. It happened close to 4 times in the game. And I was asking myself, oh God, I wish I was on the touchline. Call him. Said, come on, young man. Look, come on, Kakadano. Come on, Kele. Look at the Mochine. Oh, Kakadane. Look at the Mochine.
has to do with his height.
Officer, look at the Mochine. Abochine Bulebo. Come on, Hanele.
But who's Awuji?
Oh, Panama player.
Actually,
You cannot allow the striker to be bullying you. The player who is always facing you with his back, he's the one bullying you. Let him feel the sensation in his bones.
That's the Waterman. The Waterman guy.
You understand? Let him feel the sensation in the bones.
Because Waterman has got height.
You understand? If you kick him good, let him feel your presence. He cannot be blocking you off and slapping your face as if you are a tap.
Slapping the face up.
Not a one. What is that?
That's a Waterman no slap the face up.
Not a one.
Behave yourself.
So what I'm saying is that, Gabby, we cannot start the game the way we started it. And I'm informing not only the defenders, but everybody on the pitch.
Yeah.
Point number 2.
Okay.
Look, I was very, very annoyed at the way we were playing from the back. I have said that our defenders cannot pass the ball under pressure. Minanchen Jonas Ajete, a Tratechi, Olonja Tratechi, a Detechi, boom, boom. Look, there was a shibboleth Minanchen Duri. Damn,
You liked it? You liked it?
You see, the problem with that is there's too many turnovers.
Turnovers, yeah. And I realized he did it consistently, yeah.
Boom, boom, bam,
Because I thought in some moments he had options.
You see, there was the one where under pressure he controlled the ball into throw. You saw that? But he just fell down the third. And I was saying that, look,
But what's wrong with
he
you?
did so well. He was doing so well. Oh, Mama Danfua, and I've told the man that, look, tell him that he's doing so well, but he should show a bit more belief. Because look, the pressing of the English line is incessant.
Yeah.
And he cannot, when the boy from Newcastle shows his face, because Anthony Gordon will
Now
be
plays
operating
for
from that side.
Barcelona.
You understand? When Gordon shows his face, relentless and hurricane, and then Madueke and Rice go, then boom. No, you cannot do that.
Bum.
But I'll be the first to admit, under pressure, see the mistake ahead of you, let it go. Boom.
Yes, under pressure.
Or
Boom.
see the mistake ahead of go, boom.
Boom. But more you boom. Bam.
Boom. The boom no our level. Boom no too high.
Hey, Charlie. The levels in bim bam boom. Oh, Charlie.
Allow coach to do it.
Understand?
Allow coach to make his point. But now I'll turn the microphone off.
That was another problem that I saw.
Yeah.
And you realize that anytime we went long, we gave the ball away.
Okay.
Anytime we went long, you see, we'll be playing against John Stones,
Yeah.
Konsa, O'Reilly.
Reports are
And
McGuane
James.
would come back to the starting 11
For who?
in place of John Stones.
Okay, because of injury. But look at them. They will not be bim bambooing. They will not be what? Bim bambooing.
Charlie.
They will not be playing bim bam boom bam boom boom bam. They will not be. They will be passing the ball.
And it was so evident
That is
against
why,
Croatia.
Yes, and that is.
on playing from the back.
You see, that is one of the reasons why we cannot start Jordan Ayew. Don't get me wrong. He's the captain of the team. But you cannot because look, if you are going to start him, he should trigger the press.
But he won't. He
That
hasn't
is
got-
why you, because look,
he can't do
if
it.
you allow Gay, Konsa, James, O'Reilly to
yeah.
ball from the back and progress the ball with some comfort, no. Look, when Jordan played against Panama, we saw that even when the ball got to the center circle where we needed to trigger our press, he was not doing anything.
He was
There was
rather
a sequence
he was
where
calling the other
I'm
guy.
happy you saw it.
Antoine Semenyo turned.
Yeah.
So he was pressing. Then he turned to see whether the
Jordan
other
was-
man was coming. And they tell that he was by his body language.
You understand?
So yeah.
we are going to be playing against a team that will be building comfortably from the back. We cannot allow, because they will not allow our players to do that. So we too cannot allow them to do that. Especially, yes, it can be a medium block, but once they get into the zone, we must go and press them. Because if we don't do, we are in big trouble. Now,
But is that not where Kamaldeen Suleiman?
they will know the Mbemukra don't bring
but
him.
his
I will tell
his
he didn't
press-
press. We saw him against. We didn't do any press. Only the Mbemukra. I will tell you who to go and press that ball. So therefore, I agree with Jude when he said we need. I have said. You remember last time I said we need 3 men in midfield.
Okay.
That will not only solve, to some extent, solve our ability to pass from the back. But look at what the English team. Look at what they do.
Yeah.
They have Elliot, Anderson,
Mm-hmm.
Declan, Rice,
Bellingham.
Jude Bellingham. They don't allow anybody to fool you. Jude Bellingham is not playing solely as a number 10. Look, his presence is being felt in midfield as well.
Yeah.
There are even times you see Hurricane drop deep.
So yeah, when Hurricane drops, then they pull Bellingham back.
Yeah.
So it becomes a 4-3-3. And look at them; they're all workaholics.
Yeah, yeah.
Rice, Anderson,
Very
Bellingham.
athletic.
And you
They're
know,
very
athletic.
You know what's even more interesting? After Hurricane drops dips and spreads the passes around, he still runs into the box.
That is it. That is it. So the question is, how do you counter these guys? We cannot play a midfield too and ask Jordan or Kamadin to sit in the hole. No, we cannot do that. At least that is one game where we need to go man to man in midfield. Man to man in midfield. Because when we have the ball, they want to do man to man. You see, look, watch my lips. If there's any player who they will want to put pressure on for him not to control the tempo of the game, it will be Thomas Partey.
Okay.
And if we do a 2, Partey will not boss the game.
Yeah, we've exposed them.
He will not boss the game. But if we do a 3 with the box-to-box instinct of Kelem Yirenchi, his presence going forward will pull one of the English midfielders further backwards. Further backwards. And that now create the space for the controller to impact the game.
Oh, I see, Charlie. Interesting.
You understand? So we have to go like that. Now my front 3.
Okay.
Look, the middle 3. It's sad that we didn't take the Atalanta boy.
Oh,
Ibrahim Suleiman.
Because Elisha Wusu and Sibo, look, under pressure, they will give the ball away.
Technical.
You saw Sibo, when even the ball was given to him and there was nobody around him. You saw how long it took him to turn?
yeah.
Rigidities.
Even his first touch, very bad.
Technical rigidities.
Technical rigidity. The limitations were extremely high. He's extremely limited on the ball. And for me, at this level, look, who is coaching the English team? Thomas Tuchel. He pays attention to details. When he's preparing for the opponent, he looks at all these things and he tells his players what to go and do. It's unfortunate. I've said it already. Before we even saw the Panama game, I have said that midfield that we took is the weakest department in our team. The coaches shouldn't have done that. They should have at least sacrificed 1 or 2 of the wingers we have in the team.
Okay.
Because in the wingers, we have duplicates of roles.
Yeah.
And we could have added the Atlanta ball. Even we could have added Majid Ashimero into midfield.
But Augustine Boachitu is there. We've not seen anything.
That's right. Augustine
seen anything
Boachitu
from
is
him.
there. You see, he's more of a number 10. So for him,
Actually, number 10.
before they will bring him on board, unless we are chasing the game. And we need somebody to create more for us to go and win. But in terms of, look, we are watching America play against who? Australia. Have you seen the tempo of the game?
Incredible.
Have you seen the tempo of the game? It's more or less workaholics who are in there.
But that's Pochettino's style of play.
That's it.
Yeah.
The intensity, you cannot, it's uncompromisable.
It's always there.
You
From his
cannot
days at
compromise
Spurs to
that.
Chelsea, always there.
You understand? So we have to prepare ourselves in that line. So therefore, my front 3. Look,
Okay.
Antoine Semenyo clearly has earned the right to be in this team. I think the English team will respect him, and I know Antoine will be pumped. Look, he will be pumped.
To prove a point.
Thankfully, we've got players in that team that want to prove a point against these guys. So Semenyo starts. And then Thomas Asante.
Okay.
And I said Thomas Asante.
Yeah. Playing centrally.
Yes, through the middle.
Okay.
He will trigger the press. He will go and put pressure on a Konsa. I think Konsa, when you pressurize him, he's prone to mistakes.
Onyade.
Konsa, no, or problem. So we don't want anybody to be shy of him. Don't look at it. Go to him. Trigger the press. And let's anticipate better. Then the key person who completes the front 3. You see?
Jordan.
It cannot be Jordan.
Behave yourself.
Don't do this.
It cannot
don't
be
do
Jordan.
this.
1. 2. It cannot be Enes Nyama.
So who?
I'm coming. Do you know why it cannot be Enes Nyama?
No.
You saw him against Panama, right?
Yeah.
Did you see him engage in any physical battle?
No, he didn't.
He will not attempt it.
There was even one instance
He
where
just jumped. He
he was going into a tackle. He pulled out of the
When we are
tackle.
talking, we
I
don't talk keke. We talk
pulled out of the
we
tackle.
are all learning.
The ACL is still.
So when somebody makes
pulled
the
out
point
of
of
the
a
tackle.
player who played only 32 minutes and from an ACL,
Yeah.
you don't drop. So you don't come and go and sit somewhere and discard somebody as a joke.
Hater.
Who is that? Why would I hate him?
Charlie.
I have said that if he's on form and if he's fit, he walks into the team.
The funny thing about that
team.
coach criticism is that the first time I properly heard about Enes Nyama and the call for his inclusion into the team was my coach.
Yes.
So you know,
you understand?
Yeah,
if you saw what he did against Panama, he couldn't dribble past one person, no, because they were physical, and he's always reminded about how serious that injury is or was. So he's playing through managing a situation.
Okay.
So I will not pick him. I will also not pick Isayaku.
Hey, so who is playing?
Pick him.
Hey, coach.
I will not pick him.
No,
So who at all is starting on your?
I will also not pick
You go pick.
Inaki Williams. I won't pick him.
No, at this rate, you go pick.
I will pick.
You go
I will
pick.
pick
Bonsuba.
Christopher Bonsuba.
Interesting.
Go and watch that boy again.
Okay.
I think that boy, he will create better than Isayaku will do. He will even come back to assist defensively.
Defend, you mean? Yeah.
Because
Okay, assist with
Marvin Senaya is going to go through a very difficult. In fact, our two laterals.
Charlie, because if Rashford come from the bench like that,
Because look at what they do. Gordon will start.
Charlie, are they cry for one lateral?
I do come they have 60 minutes at now. Marcus Rashford stop a pace. So if Marvin doesn't have somebody who will double up on him, help him, we are in big trouble. And the Snellman defensive quality is non-existent as we speak. Fatau is not the best. But if you watch Christopher Bonsuba, and you see, when he wins the ball, he's got ability to travel with the ball.
And he's very direct.
He's very direct.
Yeah.
You see, like that O'Reilly boy. Bonsuba will push him back.
No, but O'Reilly is not strong.
Not go.
O'Reilly's not strong.
Over time, player name,
he's actually very physical,
Yeah.
very athletic.
You understand? Bonsuba will push him back. He say, I don't get it when you see, we are not being fair to certain players. Look, no need Sahakutra. Bonsuba will play better. So, Gabi,
Coach, please land for me so we go for a break.
what I'm trying to say is that
Yeah.
we won against Panama. I'm a technical. I will not get carried away by that victory. The performance was not as convincing as people are making it sound. If you remember, how angry were you after that first half?
Very angry.
Up to the 75th minute, you were still very angry.
Yeah,
true or false?
very.
The team got liberated 6-7 minutes to the end when Jordan got substituted.
Yeah.
True or false?
And that was Bernard Abeku-Osho's submission when we were
The
watching the game.
moment we took off Jordan,
Yeah.
look at
It was a different team.
1-2 go, 1-2 go, 1-2 go. We were going like that, pushing our opponent backwards. There has to be changes. Look, we won by only 1-0. So if we don't do our things right, even if we get beat against England, the margin cannot be that big.
Same thought I had this
Because
morning.
if the margin were to be big and our goal is cancelled, there's a deficit
Yeah.
to carry out against.
Croatia.
Yeah.
I think Croatia will beat Panama.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think they'll beat Panama and they'll beat them more than one goal.
It won't be as straightforward. I mean, see, credit.
they'll
No,
see,
they'll beat them.
Panama
See,
Panama
Panama is an
came out
aging team.
as a well-drilled
Look,
team.
they themselves.
See, they were not the same
You see,
team from 2018. England was walloping like that too.
Jude,
I think that
Jude, what
we
I
beat
saw
them.
of Croatia and what I saw of Panama, I think Croatia will beat Panama.
And
But
Croatia will be.
if you say Panama is an aging team,
And-
Croatia is also
No.
also
No, but in the
it's
group,
true.
when you look at the age average,
The average, Panama is
was
older.
leading, yeah.
Croatia,
Croatia will be more.
it
pumped up
is
too.
Modric and then the other guy. That guy,
Perisic.
Perisic. The rest of the boys are not that old.
And then the goalkeeper,
And
Livakovic.
I don't count him.
Yeah.
The rest of the boys, they are not that old.
Kovacic group.
Kovacic came
Kovacic,
from the
he
bench
didn't even start
to
the first game,
change Luka Modric. And we saw the impact he also made. Kovacic is around 32, 33 years. Agreed? Jordan is 34. So the point I'm making is that if we were to get beat against England, one thing that is sure
What is Balogun doing?
is that we cannot concede too many goals. We cannot.
Okay.
I'm happy Thomas Partey is back. We cannot go toe to toe with them. And everybody listen to what I'm saying. There'll be moments in the game where the controller will get on the ball and he will slow down the team. And when he slows it down, is to take charge of the situation.
Okay.
But Jordan does this.
No, Jordan, no, a block of Bemen, said that Pato will slow it down and just take the steam out of it.
Yeah.
Like Mark Ellison used to do.
No, we have to go for a break. When you come back, when you come back, the time is yours. Don't worry.
When you come back,
No. We have to. Our
So
people,
the
the people that bring money to the way.
The fact of the matter is,
I'll make it snappy.
Yeah.
the Black Stars are on track.
Okay.
Nobody should be carried away by the victory against Panama. The performance wasn't that good.
Don't get carried away.
It wasn't that good.
Don't get carried away.
It wasn't that good.
It wasn't windy to get carried away.
Me, the man kind of cry. This will be I watched the game and I was very angry.
Yeah.
When it became very clear that we were drawing the game, I was very angry.
Yeah.
Especially the
Elisha Wusu enye Benechi, ball enye Benechi.
It's okay.
Sibo,
Let's go for a break. 97.3 Sports Panorama. W Affair here. We're taking a very quick break. When we come back, I'll take your messages. And then the floor is for Yai Jemintas. Take and stay with us. We'll be back after this.
Who they blast? We they blast them. Who they blast? We they blast them. Brush your teeth, brush your teeth every day and night. Slide the gems and tattoo them, write the gems away. Indian gem, we go brush them. Malaysia gem, we go brush them. Panama gem, we go brush them. We go.
Whatever the germs, brush them away with the new Pepsodent, now in limited edition World Cup packs. This advert is FDA approved.
From the heart of Africa we stand, building dreams across the land. Every step we lay aside, helping you rise, taking you higher. Strong as a group, close as a partner. Bank of Africa lifting you higher. African Bank with global reach. BOA make your future glow. Strong as a group, close as a partner. Bank of Africa lifting you higher. African Bank with global reach. BOA make your future glow. BOA, we go there for you night and day. Strong as a group, close as a partner. Bank of Africa lifting you higher.
GFA president of Kachekureku, Ket Okreku. Yes, Kachekureku, Ket Okreku, Ket Okreku.
Shadie, boom, yentem, boom, you dey do me like boom. Say Shadie, boom, yentem, boom, you go do them like juju. Kalika, 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 kalika.
Big shout to Carlos Quiroz. I hear this is the song he likes the most. Yeah, man. And hopefully this song will be on play again when the Black Stars take on England. 97.3, I'm Gabi Affair, Sports Panorama. Show probably brought to you by Litina Travel and Tour, Betway Bets Influenza, Blue Jeans Energy Drink, Extra Cash, Bank of Africa. And just like I said, on June 22, June 23, at the Envision Hotel in Boston is the Made in Ghana Expo. You have to be there. Litina Travel and Tours in partnership with Ministry of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, White Manufacturers, Fashion Designers, Food Processors, beauty brands, pharmaceuticals, real estate companies, banks, construction firms, and many more to showcase their products to international buyers and distributors and also investors. So Boston, home of one of the strongest Ghanaian diaspora communities, will welcome fans and business leaders from across the world, making making this the perfect platform to grow your brand and expand into the US market. Reserve your booth now and enjoy massive global visibility and powerful B2B networking opportunities. You can call us on 024-426-0789 or visit Litina Travel at Alisa Hotel, North Region, Accra. Made in Ghana Expo World Cup 2026 Boston is proudly powered by Ministry of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry. Yeah, so you want to be there. Let me take some messages and then I'll get Yaya Jim in test thoughts. This one says, good evening. Please tell Coach Nimley to be rest assured that Coach Carlos Queiroz will come up with a capable squad to face England. From his substitution so far, he has proven that he knows what he's doing. Prosper listening from Dakuman. He says hashtag Sports Panorama.
Come on,
Kobe Bedin says, Coach, in fact, Joe Flowers, you said it. You shouldn't expect much from Newham. And please, what about going 3-5-2 against England? Okay. He's asking a question. Thomas Partey is back. England 2. Okay, it's predicting. This one too says Croatian players. So he's given us the ages of the Croatian players. All right, let me take this message. Another one too says the Black Stars team is the worst team that Ghana has ever presented at the World Cup. The Black Stars should forget about the England game, and rather focus on how to get points against Croatia to qualify. 3 Lions will devour the Black Stars. Okay, need change of form. Tema Newtown says we are enjoying the games, but this FIFA Canada US bias tactics against certain players and teams is demeaning our beautiful game of football. Okay, AJ Stomata from Teshi says will qualify as the best third place team provided we don't concede more goals. Okay, if then catch Tifa, okay, this is not in relation to what you're talking about. Yeah. Real quick, talk to me your takeaways and what you're expecting against that game against England.
Oh yes, quick takeaways. I mean, it doesn't get any bigger than the Jordan Ayew issue. I wouldn't beat about the bush. I'll just go straight to the point and attack this particular issue because it's the biggest talking point. I mean, the other stuff, my colleagues have done justice to it, including the Jordan Ayew one. But I would want to go a little bit further on that particular conversation. Look, in a vacuum, if you are looking at just Jordan Ayew and rating his performance, he did very well.
Okay.
In that game against Panama, he did very well. But that's where the dynamics of team sport comes in. It's not an individual sport.
I see.
It's not tennis. It's not boxing.
You should play to the strength.
Even tennis, there are doubles. So it's not boxing. It is not UFC. Mixed martial arts and all. You get it? Even golf, even there are team sections of golf. That's how come you have a Ryder Cup and Co. So it is not an individual sport. It is a team sport. So I cannot look at just your performance in isolation, just you in a vacuum. I need to look at your performance and tie it to the context of a team, because it's a team sport. And like I said, when I look at Jordan Ayew's performance from an individual standpoint, he did very well.
Okay.
But from a team standpoint, he didn't excel. Because Ghana has played just 2 games under Carlos Queiroz. Ghana has scored 2 goals under Carlos Queiroz. How have the goals been scored?
All in transition.
So clearly, Ghana's strength lies in transition. Per Jordan Ayew's style of play, does it help in transition play?
Wow.
Or does it hurt transition play? And clearly, it has transition play. So it's not that people just hate Jordan Ayew.
For what?
It's because we can see
he's not playing to the strength of the team.
He's not playing to the strength of the team. We can hear commentary. People describe it. We can see it for ourselves. So how do you turn around and say people hate him for just hating sake? No. Go through internet. Go through your favorite social media page. And just type Jordan Ayew. You will see scrolls upon scrolls, clips upon clips of sequences where Jordan is in perfect position to lay the pass on to a guy who is running into space, and he fails to do so. Why? Because he's either holding the ball up unnecessarily because it's not needed in that particular moment, or the worst part of it, he turns away from the point of action and he's moving in the opposite direction. Then he ends up losing the ball in some instances. That's even worse off. So there's a time and a place for how Jordan plays. And unfortunately, that for this team, per the strength of this team going forward, it is not in the 5th minute, 10th minute, 20th minute, 30th, 40th minute. It is needed in the 80th minute, 83rd minute, 87th minute. That point, that is where Jordan Ayew straight as a good player who can hold up the ball and be able to kill off opponent's momentum, be able to win set pieces. That is when that is needed. From the 80th minute onward, that is when those traits are needed. Not when it is 5th minute, 14th minute, and Ghana is in transition, and you are holding up the play. Several instances. They came against Panama. What's all Gideon Mensah make a run on the overlap? Jordan Ayew ignored to give him the ball. Perfect position to deliver a cross. He failed to give him the pass. We saw the Antoine Semenyo one. We saw other instances against Wales. We saw that again in that friendly game. We saw it multiple times. So, the evidence that you've gathered so far, if it's just 1 or 2, you can say no, that is not a trend because the sample size is small.
Yeah.
But we've seen several instances. I can give you about 10 clips where Jordan Ayew,
he's playing to the coach's instruction.
He's playing to the coach. That is not the coach's instruction. Because if it were the coach's instructions, you wouldn't see Ernest Nyama go on that run that he went on that led to the Kelebianchi goal against Wolves. If he was playing on coach's instruction, the man will not be running like that the way he did for 87 minutes before Jordan Ayew got subbed off, before he started making an impact. So clearly, it is not the coach's instruction, especially when the coach knows that he's a defensive first coach and this team's biggest strength it lies in transition, where he has very good ball carriers and very fast forward. And so that is how it's supposed to be. And the people who make this point that, oh, Jordan Ayew has been playing, several coaches have coached him and he has played under all of them. How did they end for all of those coaches? How did they end for all of those coaches? No, tell me, what did they achieve?
Are you saying
no, what did they achieve? What did they achieve?
Yeah,
what did they achieve?
That's what he's been doing. Leicester City. They sat there on the bench. Crystal Palace. They put him on the bench.
Did you see the way some of the supporters were even jubilating when Jordan Ayew was released?
Yeah.
Released free.
Did you see?
But it doesn't mean it does.
I'm not saying that he's a terrible player. All I'm saying is, per what he brings to the team, it has a time and place for it, and that is not in the first half, 10th minute, 40th minute. We need it 80th minute and above or beyond. That is where we need it. And this whole thing of he contributed the most goals and goal contributions in us qualifying to the World Cup. Cool. Then you have absolutely no right to question Benjamin Asari's competence to be imposed, because at the end of the day, he helped Ghana to qualify to the World Cup. So why are you questioning? Wait. So why are you questioning Benjamin Asari's competence as soon as he qualifies Ghana to the World Cup? But you didn't question his competence when he was helping Ghana to qualify to the World Cup. There's a difference between the African qualifiers and the World Cup. Benjamin Asari helped us to qualify to the World Cup. I'll be the first to say it. I'm proud of him. But I am also the first person to say that he is good enough to be part of the World Cup squad. But per the qualities that you need from a goalkeeper in the modern game, he does not meet the standard. So he is good enough to be part of the squad, but not as a starting goalkeeper. There's a difference. Both things can be true. Jordan Ayew has done very well for Ghana to qualify to the World Cup. But at the World Cup, his skills, the traits that he brings to the table, they are not needed in the first 75, 80 minutes.
Okay.
They are needed from the 80th minute mark and beyond. That is not hate. That is not conjecture. I am not making it up. Go check the clip. Watch the game. Again, watch the game. Don't run
He should play it simple.
No, don't run narratives on statistics. Watch the game. When you watch the game, don't you get frustrated? Don't you get fed up with Jordan? Are you always holding on to the ball and not releasing the ball on time?
Look, I'm coming out. My senior brother, who is in the US, he watched the game. I'll show you the message he sent me. He asked me something. He said, but why is that number 9 playing for Ghana? And I said, Jackson, what is that? Is it the only person on the field? Is it the only person wearing yellow jersey? He should pass the ball.
Just pass the ball.
Pass the ball. Because there were several instances. All he needed to do was to pass and move.
Okay, so simple question. Before I move on to another issue. You were a Jordan fan. You were a Jordan quote-unquote hater. You were a Jordan sympathizer. Whatever you are. The 2 goals that we scored under Carlos Queiroz. Play Jordan Ayew in Ernest Newman's position.
We are not
in the goal we scored against
Any
Wales.
of the sequences, actually.
Let me finish. In any of the sequences, play Jordan Ayew in Newman's position. That got Ghana the goal against Wales. Do you see Jordan Ayew playing out the sequence that led Ghana to get the goal? Do you see? Yes or no?
I don't think that will happen.
In Ghana's game against Panama, that we got that goal from Caleb Urenchi, Antoine Semenyo picked up the ball in midfield.
Urenchi gave it to him. He controlled it. The second one pass.
Now, do you see Jordan play Jordan Ayew in Semenyo's position or West? Play Jordan Ayew in Brandon Thomas Asante's position.
Not scoring that goal.
Do you see? Ghana scoring a goal.
Football, first off, is a team sport. What it means is that one single player doesn't win you a game or a tournament. And as much as that is true, it is also true that to win a football game is not only what happens on the pitch. There are several factors that go into winning a game. I think generally across the table, we agree that maybe Jordan shouldn't be starting games. But I also get the sense that the criticisms is a bit too harsh in the sense that we don't know beyond what Jordan offers to the team when we are not watching.
No.
Are you now part of?
Let me land. Let me land. Thank you for respecting that. So the point is that he's the most experienced player in the team. I was going to say one of, but that is underqualifying him. He's the most experienced player in the team. Now you go into a competition, you look at your starting 11. You have Jonas Ajete, you have Jerome Opoku, you have Marvin Senaya. These 3 a month ago hadn't probably played together. Now they are starting a World Cup. See, the World Cup is the biggest sporting competition. We've seen very good and excellent players freeze under the bright light.
So what are you
saying? No, I have to build the point to get
build and get there. So because you have to move on to other things.
So experience
matter.
Experience matter, right? And you see, sometimes in the criticism, we oversay it to now make the player or put the player in a certain kind of light. So what I'm saying is that yes, we may be true, but you see, I was going on a certain tangent. And that is where my
let me ask.
So sometimes in some games you need the experience to also.
All that we are saying is that when there's a better option, he should pass the ball. That's all.
If it's not working,
that is the head and you can make a tell of the matter.
Okay, as to whether he should start a game or he shouldn't start a game, that will be coach's discretion. But I'm saying that sometimes you need this experience in there. And in that particular Panama game, it made absolutely sense to see why Coach Queiroz will start. Because again, you need this experience in the game. So going forward, of course, we expect him to be more of a team player, to release the ball when he has to.
I want to ask you a question. I'll come to you now. When you look at the current Black Stars team and the current coach we have, based on the way he plays his football, what do you think, or where do you think that the strength of this team lies? And tie it to the way Carlos Queiroz plays his football.
Jordan is, yeah, I said it, and we all agree on the table that our biggest strength is in transition. having players who can actually carry the ball.
Thank you.
And in carrying the ball, you also need players who can hold the ball and give that final pass.
Carrying the ball to go.
Yes, holding the ball. No, I'm coming. But we've seen instances. No, relax. We've seen instances where we played a lot of long balls. Coach was saying, "Bim bam boom."
Those long balls are not
fair. There could be instances of play where one of the balls go to Jordan. In that instance, you need somebody.
You've answered my question, but
so he has a strength. And let's not always focus on the negatives.
Yeah.
That is it.
Dude, all that
again, back to your point. It is a team effort.
Have focused on the negative.
What we are saying is that the negative. What we are saying is that like 80%. Nobody listening to you. What we are saying.
Okay, so now I've turned the microphones off. Jude, your microphone is off. Let me take yours. Yeah, coach.
The point we are making, you know, Iman Somen said, he's an integral member of the team.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to play to the strength of the team. Failure to do so, up on the bench.
Yes. What is the strength of the team?
It's transition.
Transition attack. I don't understand how this.
Yeah, so
it's a simple and against England. We are done with the Jordan issue. Against England, when we go man to man, we'll be falling prey to England, because against Croatia, it was England-Croatia. It was 2-2 at the end of the first half. Second half, they turned it around and they dominated and they won by 4 goals to 2.
Mm-hmm.
After the game, Harry Kane said Thomas Tuchel spoke to them and told them to up the tempo, number one, and go man to man, because tactically they match up to England. Croatia, they match up to England. So what do? They are not as athletic as the English boys.
Yeah.
So if you go man to man, you will outrun them, you will outmuscle them, you will outjump them. And that's what England did. They were winning the 50-50 balls. They were running past their opponent, winning set pieces all over the place, and getting first to the ball than the Croats. And that's what led to the goals. Mm-hmm. Look at the Jude Bellingham goal. Just one pass. He runs. No one can catch him. Yeah. Then he scores the goal. So if we decide to go man to man, that would be suicidal to Ghana.
Yeah.
Because I said, look at our athletic chances. Look at our athletic the athletic profile of our players.
Yeah.
Apart from Caleb Yochi, who is athletic in our midfield?
Maybe you misunderstood when I said 1-to-1. 1-to-1 in the zone where we'll be pressing the ball. When they are passing the ball from the back, they want to step into that zone. Mm-hmm. You need to pick them up.
Okay.
If you don't pick them up while somebody is pressing the ball, you are going to be. They will slaughter you.
I was coming to that.
They will slaughter you.
So, in that sense, you look at what Croatia did very well in the first half and what they failed to do well in the second half. First half, Vuskovic, their centre back, he will track Harry Kane all the way deep into England's half.
He's adding to the numbers
for them to dominate. Yes.
So if you don't add men there,
he will track him all the way. Vuskovic, he will track him all the way deep into England's midfield because Harry Kane will drop deep. But in the second half, Vuskovic started dropping off. Then Harry Kane's influence started growing. So for me, athletic-wise, we don't match up. But we need to keep an eye on Harry Kane and Declan Rice. And how do we do so? We do so by ensuring that, first of all, our wing-backs or our full-backs are taken care of, or maybe giving a bit of support defensively. Because consistently over a 90-minute period, they will get beat. It happens. And we should expect it, because the wingers who line up for England, they are quicker than our wingers, our fullbacks.
Yeah.
They are quicker than our fullbacks. And they will get beat consistently. So in that sense, you need to offer a little bit of help to those guys. And that's why, for me, there is no way we'll go into that England game and not play or feature our best defender, which is Kojo Oponpepra, in that particular game. And so, in that sense, we should play with a back three.
Okay.
And have the wing backs in Gideon Mensah on the left and Marvin Senaya on the right. Then in the middle, we have Caleb Uechi and Partey knowing very well that consistently Hurricane will be dropping deep. One defender, and I expect Kojo Pepra to be that one defender to constantly track him, because like Coach said, Jerome Opoku is a little bit too much of a softie. Jonas Ajete is too ragged. And so if you have him track Hurricane, he will be just delivering free kick after free kick after free kick. Then the next thing you know, yellow card. Then he becomes very cautious and he starts sagging off him. Then Hurricane starts growing more influential in the game. So in that sense, you need to go with a guy who is a little bit in between those two guys, who is equally ragged but isn't a softie, more or less.
Okay.
But isn't too ragged at the end of the day. So, and that's why I will go in for Kojo Pepra. And knowing very well that once you have 3 defenders and you have 4 wing backs, at least they can offer support in the wing areas when those wing backs get beat.
Okay.
And so for me, that's how I will set up in midfield and in defense. Then moving forward, I mean, Antoine Semenyo should start. Prince Edu Kobna should start. We need constant pressure. Someone who can put constant pressure on that back line. Then later, you have Brandon Thomas Asante come in. Then the starters. So for me, the forwards, Prince Kobna,
the other striker.
Yeah.
Yes. So for me,
Asante.
Kobna starts at the top, and Christopher Babonsu and Antoine Semenyo start in behind him. Then you set up in midfield and defense the way I did. Then you have Brandon Thomas Asante come off the bench. Then later, if we have a lead to preserve, you can bring in Jordan Ayew. That's when his strength will be needed.
Okay. Let me take some messages. This one says, how would Caleb Yunchi's yellow card play out in the subsequent matches? How precarious is it?
If he gets another yellow card, if he gets a yellow card in the England game, he won't play against Croatia.
Yeah.
Just like Mokoena, South Africa. He got a yellow card in the opening game. Yesterday, he got a yellow card against Czechia. He scored the goal, the equalizer for them. But what that means is they need a win in their last game against South Korea. But one of their most influential players, he won't play.
Okay.
He's been suspended for that.
Prosper from Dakuman says, with regards to our goalkeeping department, both Asarian and Ziggy are good. But the truth is that even the best goalkeepers in the world depend on every good defense to survive in any team. Finally, even though our team is a new one, their mistake is that they lose possession so easily. And if they don't work on that, it will be difficult to survive in the Mundial. Okay. Coming from Latabia, she says, Jude is absolutely being the devil's advocate. Japan showed us in their recent friendly that England are absolutely susceptible to swift counters and quick passing and can be shut out. We don't need anybody holding up the ball during the play for Ghana. Japan, Jordan doesn't fit here, period. Okay. Good evening, says, I'm sure the coach intentionally left Jordan on the pitch because he made substitutions right after the first half and could have subbed Jordan too, but the coach chose to leave him like that because he suits his formation. Dennis from Ablekuma. All right. Brenna from Nungwa says, Jordan's experience couldn't get us a goal, no better than the team's performance. When Modric's performance wasn't helping the team, he was subbed off. Jordan holding the ball cannot help the team when we need a goal. Unless we are leading, then he comes on to hold the ball and delay time.
The 2 goals that we scored under Carlos Queiroz, both having involved Jordan Ayew.
Yeah, okay.
The first one, he wasn't involved in the sequence.
Yeah.
The second one, as soon as he was taking off, that's when the goal came in.
Okay. So I'll tell you what, after a match against Panama, the English team were dancing awoofa pie in their dressing room. With this kind of play, the Black Stars will beat them good. Anyways, Argentina will win the World Cup against Spain in the final. Shout outs to Numo, namely Freeman of Top Town. Okay. Inside for Mansi. All right. So that's some messages we have. Guys, let's talk about the African teams and then we'll take the show home. Let me start off with you, Numo. Which are the teams, the African teams have impressed? Morocco in action later tonight against Brazil.
Of course, they've been a delight to watch. They Cote d'Ivoire. And of course, you have to credit Cape Verde, isn't it? If you
Capo Verde.
Yeah. If you can marshal such defensive solidity
against Spain,
against the best team in the world, then it means you have done something right. Don't forget that on the day it worked, on another day against the same Spanish team, maybe it will not work for them like it did. But having said that, I think they did very well. I also think that Morocco were very smart in executing the job. They clearly, I think it is a game that they could have won if they wanted to win it, especially in that second half. But I'm looking at it in the situation where they realized that it was Brazil in the tournament. It's a positive point.
Yeah.
So their coach was very smart in tactically reading the game and getting them to calm down, especially in the last 10 minutes where they respected the fact that a 1-1 against Brazil is a respectable scoreline. Then Cote d'Ivoire. Wow, I really enjoyed that game, yeah. The game against Ecuador.
Yeah.
That was a good game. It was an end-to-end stuff. And Diomande again showcase to the whole world why he's the next big thing.
He has arrived
on the continent of Africa. He's so technically gifted. He's so direct. Look at the goal.
And so strong.
When the goalkeeper gave the ball to him, look at the control. The control took the ball into his stride. And then there was a player coming, but look at the intent.
Look, Charlie,
he just went.
He copied the breathe.
He's Pafu, in cafe. The Arsenal defender.
Is it powerful? He's
the oxygen means still entirely. It was not adding up. The oxygen was not adding up. Diomande, I liked him so much. And Ahmad, look, you see, this is what we are saying. If you look at that Ivorians team, yeah, all the wingers they've got, they are all capable of starting the game, right?
Yeah.
But look at the coach. He benched Ahmad. And look at the timing of his substitution. It was so delicious that Ahmad came and won the game for them. Okay? The second time when he benched Ahmad against France in that friendly game, Ahmad came and won the game for them. He benched him again against Ecuador. He came, he won the game for them. So it's about reading the game and knowing when and how to impact your team from the technical bench. And I was very, very impressed with the Ivorians. Look, that game was end to end. And Fofana, Kessie in midfield. And the Nottingham Forest guy, Sangari. Oh my goodness. Physically, their presence were felt against Caicedo and his people. I enjoyed that game. And then last but not the least, DRC. Oh my goodness. Pade you die follow. Iguisa.
What's his name?
Wisa.
He's a shining brother.
The head.
He's a shining brother.
He proved that the head is indeed a timber head. But you saw the way he headed the ball, right? It wasn't a cross, but it was a looping ball. But he could generate the power from his head, his forehead. And I was so impressed by their defensive organization. They were so compact. They were so much in line where they need to go one-to-one. They were where they need to do the transfer. The transfer of players' responsibility was done on time. And every single player was awake to his defensive duty. They show that they've worked under the coach for so long a time, and their diagonal shift. You see, there were times you see them shift horizontally, vertically, diagonally.
Yeah.
It was so beautiful to watch on the eye. And as a technical man, I watched them and say, wow, it's true that if you can defend properly, you end up winning a major tournament. I'm not saying DRC is going to win the tournament, but I think that in terms of defensive display, they and Cape Verde have shown the best I have seen after match day one. After all the countries played their first game, in terms of defensive shape, they were one of the best I saw. And I think that Africa should continue on the tangent in which they are going. I pray that if we can get 50% of our team in the round of 32, if we can get even slightly 60 to 70% of the numbers in the round of 32, and we can get 50 or 40% in the round of 16,
You think the Africa teams,
may cause a surprise.
Which teams would you want to tip?
Look, you have to look at Morocco.
Okay.
You have to look at Cote d'Ivoire. I think Senegal was a bit disappointing in that second half against France. But if they can repeat that performance against Norway, I mean the first half performance, you want to fancy them. I think if Senegal can put their acts together, I'll still want to give them a look in. I believe that they are one of African teams to go and make the continent very, very proud.
Okay.
And having said that, if the Black Stars, having beaten Panama, if they can get at least a point of either England or Croatia, that will put us into the round of 32. And once we get there, then that one is a knockout stage. There's no second chance. And then we'll see how it goes. So I'm hoping that Egypt themselves, they can do, if they can do, see, so at least 50% or out of the 10, when I say 50, it's not 5 out of the 10 African rep. If we can get them into the round of 32, get at least 4 or 3 out of the 5 into the round of 16, we are guaranteed that at least 1 or 2 of them will get into the quarterfinals.
Okay.
And if an Africa team were to get to the semifinals, we will play in the final.
Yeah.
Yes. The team or the nation that has impressed me the most, I'll give it to Morocco. I mean, yes, Cape Verde, they did very well. Cote d'Ivoire did well, but if Cote d'Ivoire beats Ecuador, no big deal. So it was impressive, but it didn't totally sway me off my belief that Morocco, they should have beaten Brazil. Per the way they played, I think they were the best African team in that first round. Then followed closely by Cape Verde. I wouldn't give Cape Verde the number 1 spot because I look at the situation that they found themselves in. Yeah, Vozinha made some decent saves, but the saves weren't, world-class saves. Honestly, they weren't world-class saves. And you look at that Spanish performance, you just look around and you ask yourself,
Typical of them in their first game.
it wasn't really good. If they step up a little bit, they would have been able to beat them. But you look at the Moroccan game. Yes, Brazil were not the best, but you could tell that it wasn't because they were just flat out poor, but it was because Morocco were that good. And so if you can be able to get your opponent to not be able to be at their best, while delivering a top level performance against a quality side, I have to give it to you. And so for me, Morocco, will take the number 1 spot in terms of the most impressive African teams after that first round. I can't put Ghana in the top 3 because Ghana won against Panama and they played poorly. I can't put them in the top 3. So that's how I'll rank the African team so far.
Okay.
With Tunisia as the worst. Tunisia will be the worst. You can't play that poorly against.
Is the question who
Sweden.
impressed you the most or
the 10 African teams impressed you the most and the worst?
I think number 1 would be Ghana. If you come into a game and you're ranked 74th in the world,
Ghana impressed you?
Absolutely. You see, sometimes it's not about the beautiful football, it's about the win. So I think that I've been
That's
most
also
impressed.
how you win.
It doesn't matter. Sometimes you win ugly. Nobody cares how you played. The question they'll ask you is who won. So at the end of the day, I've been impressed by Ghana and particularly a few of the standout players in the game. I think that coming into competition, ranked 74th, beating the 34th place team, a lot of people will be quick to say, oh, it's just Panama. Well, the metrics, they are the 34th best team in the world. So definitely would have a shout in there. Of course, Morocco, with the kind of football they played against Brazil, no surprises in there. We've known them to be the best African team or one of the best top 2, at least, for a long time. So no surprises in there. They are the semi-finalist of the most recent World Cup, held in Qatar. So I would single out Ayub Bouadi. Is that the name?
Ayub Bouadi.
Ayub Bouadi. To say that at 18 years, to play the way he did
first start
at the World Cup against the almighty Brazil in a midfield of Casemiro, Lucas Paqueta and
Bruno Guimaraes.
Bruno Guimaraes. I think that, he's probably the most standout African player at the World Cup after the first round. So definitely Morocco would have a shout in there. Cote d'Ivoire, cool, calm, nothing really. I felt they should have killed the game earlier on, right? So they won it at the death. It's still a win, whether ugly or beautiful, but I'll give it to Cape Verde just because of who they played against and the kind of defensive masterclass they exhibited in that game against Spain. You know, coming up against some of the most talented footballers in the world and holding your own in that manner at your first ever World Cup, I think is a big deal. So Ghana, definitely Morocco and Cape Verde get a shout.
Okay. Well, just by way of update, the USA are taking on Australia. It's USA 2, Australia 0. Later at 10 p.m. Brazil, nope, it's Morocco taking on Scotland. Yeah. Well, let's do some shouts. Let me start off with you, Jude. Yeah, and then final one to Coach Christopher Nimley. Jude, anyone to shout? So we take the show.
I mean, Charlie, shout outs to where should I even start from? A lot of people, right? I mean, all the people who do the listening on YouTube. I've seen lots of different opinions on my very recent views on Jordan, but that is what it is, right? It's the beautiful game. So I don't expect everybody to agree with me. So shout outs to all our YouTube viewers out there. They make it really work, and everybody doing the listening really, and to the boys at the back. The boys at the back, you know, they know themselves, right? So big shout outs to all of us, and hopefully on Tuesday Ghana makes us proud. We'll go on the street again. Charlie, for the first time in my life, I saw Soloku at the highest, at the highest level. So we missed those moments, and hopefully on Tuesday, when we guarantee our qualification from the group, we'll be back on the streets again.
Okay, yeah.
Oh yes, a big shout to Robert Bekwembaini of Ghana Exim Bank, and a big shout to Michael Nlasia. Yes, Michael Nlasia, lawyer from Sunyani, now based in Accra. A big shout to you, Michael Nlasia, big basketball fan too. So yeah, big shout to these two guys, and I see you, big man.
Okay. Big shouts to our guys on YouTube, those who listen and also questioned. Send us your messages. But the final shouts will come from Coach Christopher Nimley. Numo,
the referee has cramps.
Is that a referee?
Yeah, man.
The referee is cramping.
The referee is highly inclusive. You, the referee is
Charlie, this is
in Queen.
The Licha.
The speed is too much.
Lisandro Martinez in Tin Kachanson.
The big shout to Clement Osei. Yeah, Clement Osei. Yeah,
Coach,
former journalist.
Let's do some shouts.
Clement for USA. Yeah, he's my brother. Clementino. Is he listening to the show?
Yeah.
Oh, Charlie Clement. I mean, shall be brave. Yeah, I'm into unka. This is it. Or the same. Shout out to Auntie Nancy.
Love Baker.
Auntie Nancy.
Is that a Love Baker?
The Love Baker lady.
Oh,
Charlie. Afwama, Mahia. Afwama near Ablekuma. Today, the bread has come. Watashi won trati. Auntie Nancy, what can you want job? Charlie, look, if you are in and around Mahia, Afwama, close to Ablekuma, go and search for the Love Baker. Just go and have a taste of that bread. The sugar, the butter, the wheat bread. Excellent bread. Try and have a feel and have a taste of it. Gabi bake wake no ketwati. Da Saturday lady.
Sergeant
touch your If you want to try the tea for you to feel the tea, it's Love Baker. Go and ask of Auntie Nancy of the Roman Reed School, and you enjoy the bread. Charlie, it's another wonderful day.
Yeah.
We thank God for the program, and I want to thank the people again at Autofix Mechanic at Dansoman.
That'd be hard.
Charlie, Obed of Glyco. Yeah, has brought us some food this evening. Obed, we are so grateful. We are so grateful to you for the support you've been giving to the team. The two shining brothers are very grateful.
Yes.
And by the grace of God, we'll hear from you somewhere.
Say Obed, big shout out to you.
Obed. Like Glyco.
Baby Safo sent me some picture and the picture they watch is like it be Susu Graham Fento Tairu and then Baby Safo where then the voice are okay.
Oh Charlie, the voice are okay.
One side.
The voice are okay.
The food they did were front there.
And yeah, easy. By the time friend go
glasses then too.
Stomach turn drum.
I mean, after that frustrating first half performance from the Black Stars, what do you expect? We need to relax a little bit, man. Damn.
Well, anyway, let's go home. Let's go home. Let's go home. Let's go home.